Hey folks, Rob back with another Rob Plays, and this week we're looking at Demon Stalkers, the raid on Doomfang. Developed by MicroForte, an Australian development team, so hey for that, and published by EA in 1987. The basic scenario here is Doomfang is a 100 level vault that goes deep underground. It was originally the Marble Vaults, the home of a bunch of mages that ruled happily over the land. Their leader, Arthur, basically went down to build the 100th floor and unveiled Calvrak, who awoke from a deep slumber and spawned a whole bunch of evil forces that completely decimated the mages. With one final attempt, Arthur and his crew went down and they left a bunch of magical weapons, but were presumed defeated as well. So in turn, it stands up between you and a second player to descend down the 100 floors, take out all the creatures, and finally topple Calvrak for real. Alright, we're loading. So this is... Let's load in, and this is the downside of, timing things properly. So yeah, we are loading. Obviously I don't have desk space to have my drive up, so you're not hearing drive noises. It's the 1541 Ultimate doing the job. But they are proper disc dubs of the original disc images from EA. Yay! Kind of like this picture. It's a nice little screen. Nice little bit of work here. It's not quite the box art. It's a nice bit of work. And of course, it actually does come in a beautiful EA folio, as all good games of this time do. We're almost there. We're just loading the menu. And we're up. So, one of the big things with Demon Stalkers is that it does have an editor built in. You can create your own set of levels to play through, all the way ranging from level 1 to 100. I'm not really going to look at that here because I've never used it before, and I think it's a pretty complicated tool from reading over the docs. So I'm just going to go play single player. Now it should ask me for a scenario disk, which... Mount disk. You basically prepare a scenario disk from a blank disk, and that's just where all your stuff comes in. So you have these lovely scrolls, you collect keys, and yes, it's Gauntlet. So the idea is that you need to just fight your way through those 100 stages. But one of the things I like is that really, if you remember when I did play Gauntlet, in terms of design has a few little things that are part of its arcade charm. You're constantly draining health and things like that. Here you don't really have to worry about that. Your health is really only drained from being attacked. I just hit those rats there. So let's keep going. So if we look at the instrumentation panel, we've set up for 2 players, although I'm only playing in single player. Health, score, obviously keys. They sort of stack up along the bottom icons. Those 3 bars, you've got the red helm, which indicates your armor level. You've got the yellow belt, which indicates your strength. And another little message before we go back. And the green wand, which indicates your magic abilities. And this is sort of one of those things in multiplayer, is that you can have one person be the be sort of your tank, if you will, while your second player can focus on the magic. Me playing this single player, that's not really the case, so it's just going to be me doing what I do best. Anyway, so one thing I like about this first level is that the design of it is very deliberate. You can see they basically put a whole bunch of arrows down there to navigate you to the right path. Now, so I'm just going to use these, collect as many keys as I can, deal with the rats. Now, the one thing to note is, unlike Gauntlet, there's really only 5 enemy types here. These rats are the first type, and what happens is, much like in something like Diablo, the enemies are actually different colours. So the white rats are the easiest, and the yellow rats are slightly tougher. They take more hits and they'll do more damage. We've got some food. There's also poisoned food. I don't think I've gotten far enough to see that. So hopefully we won't see that. I can actually get quite a few levels in, but I haven't used the save option, which is one of the things that's really nice of this game. Because 100 levels in a single sitting, probably not. But 100 levels with a save game, absolutely. Anyway, let's keep going. The arrow points us, I think we're at the exit. I want to grab those keys. And this is another element to Demon Stalkers I really love. Whereas Gauntlet, you complete a level, you move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. With Demon Stalkers, you can actually go back. Like, if you have a look, there's the staircase, and you can go up it. And in fact, we'll have to do that later, but we will actually go back to level 1. Yeah, and there's also those plants, the snappers, which you shouldn't shoot because they will come to life. I actually love that from a design perspective. Be warned. Now, you can't just shoot willy-nilly like you would in Gauntlet, and I love that from a design perspective because it's sort of like, well, okay, how do I navigate this level and not trigger them? I love that from a design. As I said, I love that from a design perspective. I've said that way too many times already. Okay. Some keys, some more health. Damn rats. May your plague-filled days be over soon. Alright. So now we're going to go back to level 1. Because we need to breach to get to the right point in level to make it down to level 3. And that pause always throws me. It's like I always think the game's crashed, but it's like it's pause when you enter the level. So okay. Alright, let's go down to level 2. So yeah, now this was written. It's a game that's pretty much written for disk systems. There is a tape version out there. I remember looking for that for age. I had a watch on that for ages, you know, in auctions. Oh no! I activated those plants. Okay. Damn it. See what happens if you're not careful? You activate the plants and you're doomed. Okay. Next part of what we're going to do now is just get up to the top. Again, this is the frustration I have, is the scrolling. It really feels a bit clunky, and you can sort of see, like, it's probably one of those things that, from a technical perspective, kind of ruins the game a bit. Now, I don't know if it's just because I don't know how the thing was programmed. I'm presuming that. I don't know if it's that despite being written by an Australian team, the game was optimized for American systems. I'm not sure about that. So I'm not sure if that's just an optimization thing, that the game runs better on an American C64 than a European one. And again, that would disappoint me if it's the case because, you know, as I said, the dev team were Australian. They were the crew behind America's Cup. America's Cup Challenge is the international name. Arnie Armchair's America's Cup Challenge in Australia, which is one of those games that everyone talks about having a giant superloader. And now we're on level 3. Now that's what I mentioned earlier about the monster colours, which I love from a thing. And then there's this element, like opening all the chests. I kind of like that from a perspective of it's not just being Gauntlet, right? And in fact, the sequel to this game, Fire King, which is one I've really been looking for a while, takes a lot of those principles and ratchets them up even further. Like that's sort of almost more an RPG than an action game. So we got some elf cakes, which means even more health. I really love that. It's like, you know, I've actively got a good amount of health and I'm not feeling in danger like I would with Gauntlet. Gauntlet's like a constant battle of attrition and you constantly lose health. And here it's sort of like, nope, you actually feel like you're making progress. And I really like, again, I like that from game design. It's sort of that, you know, you play a home computer version of a game differently than you would play an arcade version. Which to me is the exact right way things need to go. You know, you shouldn't be treating your arcade... It's one of those things that's a downside of arcade conversions. You're gonna have these games that are designed to play a certain way, and they just don't work like that at home. You know, you don't really want to sit down and... You want to have games a bit more epic, that has a bit more meat to it. And I love that here. Alright. Make certain that you possess Arthur's magical cipher. That is essentially the copy protection wheel. And... No! Okay, that was my mistake. So yeah, make sure you have the copy protection. In other words, are you a naughty person and pirate it? Now, I actually... this copy I bought a little while ago is kind of missing it. So I've got all the codes stored on my iPad for review. So I'm going to have to pick that up when it asks me. I think it's the next stage where that happens. Let's see. You must open all the chests. I think I got them all. Yeah, level 4. Here we are. As I said, that's why it taught me about the magical cipher. Okay, so in this case, you receive a health bonus to make your journey easier. Alright, if you read this, then we have not returned. The task falls to you. Good luck, demon stalkers. So in other words, let's get down there and avenge Arthur and his friends. Your first question is this. Who lives on level 100? That's easy. Calvrak. Okay. To proceed further, you must give the magical name for the powerful squashed ant egg. Okay. Oh. That should just be squashed ant egg. Okay. Oh, okay. Squashed. Cubic. Powerful squashed is cubic, right? Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, the table's a little weird, but if you have the code rule, you're probably in a better position. Okay, so now we're on stage 4. Let's go. Well, we've got some notes to read. Oh! Those weren't notes. Spells! So this is basically the equivalent of Gauntlet's magic, so... Which means we're in a good spot now. Haha! So as well as we descend further, we'll also get a lot of the... We'll also get a lot of points where we will know. Now, I'm trying to remember what the death spell command is. I think it's... Again, I have to consult my digital copy of the manual here. Alright. Aha. Commodore key for me is player 1. Using my death spell. Jolly good. So that's the thing I really like this game. It's just there's so much more to it than a straight gauntlet clone. And it's a lot more fun than something like, say, Dandy. Which thankfully I will never cover because I don't have a copy and I have no intention to get a copy of it. Anyway. Truth be told, I'm going to try and bash through their generators. Okay, so that's a lot of energy drained, which was probably not the best of ideas. Alright, let's run for the floor. Let's run for the next floor. Come on! Stupid plants. Level 5. Level 5. Strength. So this level's still a bit of a tutorial. We can see those belts. So I talked about those earlier. We collect those belts, we will basically increase our strength. But those spinny things are, of course, the tricky dervishes, and they're just here to cause nothing but trouble. As you can see, one of them just stole a key, little monster. Okay. I guess one of the things we try to tackle them, it's just a bit harder with the limited view distance that you have. And I think that reminds you of a lot of other games. Like I remember Druid having kind of a similar thing. This path, if you search for magic. Well, yes, because I'm going to be both a warrior and a magician. I'm going to be a warrior mage. Because let's face it, in a game like this, you really need to have both traits. Oh, damn rats. My health, they're nibbling away at my health. I lost so much of my health because of those stupid plants. And these rats aren't helping. Alright. Food. Alright, we got one death scroll. Oh, I thought there'd be more. You lied to me! Why don't you build it up to that much hype if it's just going to be for one scroll? Huh? Huh, game? Another key. These dervishes cause nothing but trouble. But next level. Watch the walls. Ah, yes. I like that there are level names that give you little clues. Of course they are, because they're girls. Nothing but trouble. That's on my death spell, you monster. Nigh the wall that isn't. Alright, so we've got to start searching for hidden walls. And there it is. You can sort of see that these walls, the character pattern is a little... Alright, you can see a couple more walls here and a couple of dervishes. Damn monsters. So we've got chests with some golden jewels. Okay. Arg! Dervishes lost so many of my keys. They're evil little suckers. Which means they're done well. You know, if a game has memorable enemies like that that infuriate you, that's how you know that the game is designed well. I mean, like I've said, I'm really enjoying Demon Stalkers. I'm not a fan of aspects of it technically. I mean, I think that I wish there was a bit more play area, and I wish the scrolling was a bit better. But it's a good take on the formula that Gauntlet popularized, because Gauntlet didn't create it, but it popularized it. No, we're out of keys. Dervishes. You know, it's a good take on the formula that Gauntlet popularized, but it adds to, you know, so many other things. And now I've had to, and there's a whole fleet of them as I come for the damn staircase. Come on, level 7. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play for a bit longer, but I think I'm going to save the game in a bit, and I will end this video, which is rare because I usually like. My preference is always to play a game from, you know, starting around to getting game over. And in this case, I think that the nature of what Demon Stalkers is, you know, it really wants you to, you know, it's a game that you play over multiple sessions. So I don't know, maybe it's one whole live stream. I'll talk about getting back to a bit more of that soon. Score bonus doubles your points for 30 seconds. Okay. Oh no. I have no key, so I can't go through there. Alright, we have to go back. But yeah, I'm going to finish this stage and then I'll save and I'm going to call it a wrap for this video. I'm quite a fan of this. I'm really enjoying it. It's what it does really well. I mean, MicroForte did go on to be one of the biggest developers that came out of Australia for a lot of reasons, and you know, when you look at games like this, it is completely justified. Now I just have to go and hunt down a copy of Fire King. Bread and water. Although actually, if I am stuck on this stage, I may just save here and call it a wrap. But let's keep going and find out. Score bonus. Okay, there's a key. So next 20 or so seconds, I guess, score all the points. Kill all the things. Chest locked and I'm out of keys. Oh wow. Little monsters, come on, out of my way. I need those keys. Death spells, yes. Okay. No, this thing what death spells, you mofos. my fresh. You only acquired death spells. You monsters stole them. Die! Oh, no. I just ate poison food. Ah, poisoned food. That's something Gauntlet doesn't have. Okay. Oh, no. And I'm out of keys. I think I'm stuck. Stuck. Let's have a quick look. Because I'm out of keys and can't get anywhere, then I won't be able to get into the rest of the map and finish the stage, which means... I might have to call it quits. Alright. Now, my manual does say F5. Okay, we've got to pause this. Save game. So after that, I think I'm going to call it a wrap. I pretty much stuck there, so I'll have to look into this another time. But I really dig Demon Stalkers. It's one that's worth checking out. And it's pretty much only available on 2 platforms, the C64 and the PC. So, chalk one up for our humble little bread bin. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, would you kindly consider leaving a thumbs up? They do help the videos get visible. If you've played it, yeah, maybe some tips for surviving silly stages like that would be appreciated. Or some general thoughts, as always. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Usually get a new 8-bit computing video every week. Mostly 64 and of course other machines occasionally. And yes, other machines are a part of the channel. Live with it. And as always, thank you again for watching. Thank you again for subscribing. And I'll catch you next time.